Hi there, I'm Christine the Gemini Stitcher and welcome to my dressing room. Yes, the rail's out. I've made my 3 garments for my mini capsule for January and we're going to segue them in with some other garments out of my extensive wardrobe, and I'm going to show you how they're going to work in my winter wardrobe while it's still cold outside because it's freezing in Lancashire today. So I'm just going to go and get changed into the 3 garments that I've made this month, and then we'll have a chat about them. See you in a minute. So what do we all think? I will put some visuals here, a little video of me actually wearing these garments, then you can see them better in a portrait format. But yeah, loving this outfit, really pleased with it. So let's talk about the garments individually. So the layering garment that I've done is the Fjord Cardigan from PAPERCUT Patterns. The sizes and fabric amounts will be popping up below as I chat. I've made it in a jacquard knit fabric, a bit pontier, from Lamazi Fabrics. They do still have this fabric in stock, so I will pop the link below if you fancy doing a copy. Now the Fjord, you can see it's got panels and I've used both sides of this fabric, and I've done the shawl colour in the contrast as well, and the cuffs and the waistband, just to give it a little bit more interest, because I felt like the dark colour from the outside was a bit boring, to be honest. I'm going to be really honest with you now, I didn't enjoy making the Fjord. Nothing to do with the pattern, nothing to do with it being difficult and a head scratcher, because it's quite an easy pattern to do. And if you've done a couple of cardigan type or sweatshirt type knit projects, then by all means give the Fjord a go, because it was a really satisfying make. It's got raglan sleeves and there's panels. There's 2 panels at the front, there's a side panel and the back, and then just your neck shawl colour type neckband, cuffs and waistband. Done. Easy to put together, just follow the instructions, do it in exactly the same order that they're doing it, and it comes together really easily. So why didn't I enjoy making it? Because I fell out of love with my fabric. It's dark and I wanted to be sewing bright colours to lift my spirits in the not so great weather that we've been having. Every time I look out the window, it's actually sun shining today, but every time I look out of the window I feel like it's raining. But I soldiered on and I'm glad I did. It's come out really well. The only issue is these pockets. They're too far back. Can you tell? They're never going to get used, are they? I look like I'm doing the funky chicken in it. So if I'm doing them again, well, I will make this cardigan again because I love the style of it and it's great for scrap busting, so I'm going to use it to get rid of some of the jersey knit scraps in my scrap stash, which is growing, not shrinking. And those of you who follow me regularly will know in 2026 I'm going 0 fabric waste, so I've got to use all my scraps up. So this one will work really well. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll pop the link to my 1st of January vlog where I explain how I'm tackling 0 fabric waste in 2026. It's an interesting watch, so go and have a look if you're interested in joining me. Yeah, I'm going to move the pockets to the front panels, and apart from that, love it. Obviously, I reduced the length of the sleeves by about 3 inches and I did the cropped version but I've not reduced the length. So I'll just stand back a bit and then you can see. So it's coming high hip on me as the cropped version, and I'm a 5 foot midget. So if you're a standard height and you don't want your cropped version to be up round the boobs, lengthen it. Or do the longer version and shorten it. There are a few options with the Fjord Cardigan. But yeah, definitely a wardrobe staple. If you're looking for a cardigan that's a little bit different, then the Fjord's the one for you. So we'll take the outer layer off, and then you can see my amazing blouse. I know I'm blowing my own trumpet, but I'm not. It's just, I love it. Really, really pleased with how this came out. I got the idea of doing the Roseline blouse in two-tone fabrics when I woke up in the middle of the night and your brain kicks in, and it just was a light bulb moment. About 2 in the morning and I just wanted to get up and get it made. But I resisted, obviously. And it's come out really well. The fabrics were less than a metre each. I got them from Guthrie and Garney in their remnant bins. They are Atelier Brunette fabrics, viscose twills. So when you're making it with nice fabrics, I think it just feels nicer because it's easier to make. I know fabrics can be expensive, but sometimes you get a little bargain like me in the bins. So the Roseline has got graded pleats in the front yoke, and I've made one other of these, and I've got a third one in my head for the spring and summer. So yeah, I've done the contrast collar and placket down the front, and then I didn't have enough fabric to do the full length sleeves with cuffs, so I've done a 3/4 one and just put a little contrast cuff out of a very, very scant piece of fabric that I had left. So I've really used as much of the fabric as I possibly can and come out with a stunning blouse. Really pleased with it. Definitely making it again. Item number 2, tick. So the third thing I've made are the pearl trousers. I've just angled down so that you can see them. They have pleats in the front. They have facings, no waistband, an invisible zip in the back, side pockets, quite wide leg, and a really nice fit. I'm back. So those of you who follow me will know I've had a bit of a journey with the pearl pants. I made them first of all as some Bermuda shorts last summer when I went away, loved them to bits, put the pattern away because I thought I'm going to make some nice winter trousers out of this pattern. Got the pattern back out and wanted to make a pair of trousers in some beautiful floaty twill fabric that I got, I think, from Mr. Tissue. So made them. Yes, they look great and they look great on now, but I had a real problem. I ended up with a hungry bum, took too much out of the crotch. God knows how that happened, but this pair I've added a waistband on to give myself some extra room in that area, and they work now. So I made those, and then the third pair are the ones I'm wearing now. Now, I ended up with another problem with the third pair. I thought, you think I'd learn? Try on as you go. Tack them together. Check the fit before you commit. Did I flipping heck? Thought, right, I've got the crotch right, I'm good to go. Because apart from the crotch, those trousers do still fit me. Weirdly. I made these ones up, obviously a different fabric, but the other ones are quite structured, so I would have thought they would be harder to fit and less forgiving than the wool, maybe I did maybe I did a larger seam allowance on these ones, but when I put them on, they were pulling all round the hips because there wasn't enough room in for my big backside. So I undid the side seams, did a narrower seam and put them all back together, and now they fit. So really pleased with the pearl pants. Am I going to make another pair? Yes, I am. I've got some olive green linen fabric that I got out of the bins at Abercarn's, but it's absolutely beautiful, nice and floaty, not stiff linen. So I want to make a pair for the spring of the pearls in that gorgeous olive green linen. So that possibly will be something that I take to my sewing retreat when I go in March. But there we go, all done. 3 garments in January. So let me know what you think of my little capsule. I'm going to love you and leave you now, and we're going to do a little try on sesh together, and you'll see how these 3 garments fit in with other things that I've made that are in my ever-growing wardrobe of clothes. So I will see you all on Monday when we're going to be talking about serious scrap busting, because I've got to get rid of the scraps that I've created in January before I can move on to my capsule for February. I know what I'm making in February, so we'll be talking about that as well. So if that's of interest to you, I will see you all on Monday, and have an amazing sewing week. Bye guys.